Hi, welcome to Engage Math, Lesson 5, problem number 4, where we are continuing our work with solving literal equations. So 4a, we are solving for the uppercase M. So the best way to start is to say the G is multiplying the entire quantity right here. So why don't we start by just saying we can divide both sides by G. Now, when we do that, as we know, G over G is just equal to 1, so we can cancel those G's. Now we have F over G, so F over G equals lowercase m times uppercase m all over r squared. And I don't even need the parentheses at this point. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross multiply. Cross multiplying is often overlooked in math, but it's a really helpful skill. So I am going to cross multiply. And what I get then is F, so that's an F, r squared is equal to G times lowercase m, uppercase m. Now, since we're trying to get the uppercase m alone, we simply divide both sides by G lowercase m, and the GM just cancels. And our final answer is, I'm going to just write it here, uppercase M is equal to F R squared over uppercase G lowercase m. Done. All right, let's go to B. In this case, we're solving for the lowercase b1. So what we're going to do, and I think this is very similar to the previous problem, is I'm going to start by multiplying both sides by 2. So hopefully you can see that pretty well. So I'm going to multiply this side by 2 and this entire side by 2 as well, which I can do because it's an equation. So we simply get 2a equals this 2 right here and this 1/2 are simply going to cancel each other out. So what I get is 2a equals h times b1 plus b2. And notice that the b1 plus b2 is in the quantity, is in the parentheses. So now we're going to simply divide both sides by h because we know that will cancel out and just give us 1. But if I do it to the left, I have to do it to the right and vice versa. Okay, so now I have 2a over h is equal to b1 plus b2. B sub 1 plus B sub 2. Okay, so now I am trying to get B1 alone, so I'm going to subtract B2 from both sides. I am not really going to show that step by rewriting it. I'm just going to kind of squeeze it in down here, minus B2 from the left and the right. And so my final answer is simply going to be, I'm going to make that 2a over h minus B2 is equal to B sub 1. And we are done. Okay, let's go to C. All right, this is one of my favorites because this particular formula is very helpful in real life. All right, so the Celsius is equal to 5/9 times Fahrenheit temperature minus 32. All of that is in parentheses, so it's the quantity F minus 32. I'm going to multiply both sides by 9/5. The reason 9/5 is going to be so helpful, let's kind of squeeze it in over here, actually. Let's do the 9/5 over here. So on the left, we get the 9/5 C. And as I was saying, it's super helpful to do that because the 5's cancel and the 9's cancel. And I'm simply left with F minus 32. Now, one more simple step. We're going to add 32 to both sides. And just like that, we are going to get F by itself. So 9/5 C plus 32 is equal to F. And we are done. All right, the last one, D. So in this case, we're solving for H. So I'm going to start by subtracting 2 pi r squared from both sides. So minus 2 pi r squared, and we get A minus 2 pi r squared, that's an R, equals, these cancel because 2 pi r squared minus 2 pi r squared is 0. So then we have 2 pi RH. Now we're simply going to try to get h alone by dividing both sides by 2 pi r on both sides. And 2 pi r over 2 pi r is just 1. So now our final answer is we have h equals, and then I'm going to just rewrite what we have there, a minus 2 pi r squared. Let's kind of rewrite that a little bit. And just to make sure you can see the email clearly, I'm going to move that up just a little bit. All right, so we have 2 pi, a minus 2 pi r squared over 2 pi r. And that is our final answer. All right, thanks for joining us today at Engage Math. See you soon.